If you've been around self-improvement for a while, you probably know that you can't rely on motivation to do the things that you know you need to do. So reading books, meditating, blah, 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 all that stuff. So, you know the concept of discipline, you saw some gurus on YouTube talking about it, you saw countless videos, you might have like read a book or another, an article or another, and yet you're here today because you're not doing the hard work instead of doing like the reading books or actually doing something useful for your future. You're here on YouTube and you found this video. So if you've been struggling with discipline, today I will drop the bomb and solve it all for you. First, I want you to imagine life as a sort of an RPG game, where you begin at level 1 and you progress through the mobs. So you start killing level 5 mobs, level 10, 15, 20, 50, until you get to level 100, and then you kill the boss. What happens if you try to kill the boss when you're level 1? You're gonna get bitch slapped. You're gonna die instantly. So why is it that you're trying to approach discipline the same way? Why is it that you're level 1 and you're trying to do the level 100 tasks with no experience at all? You're gonna just, reality is just gonna set in. You're going to give up. Why are you trying to read books when you can't even wash your goddamn dishes? Why are you trying to start a business when you can't even make your goddamn bed? So the point here is not to show you that you're not capable of doing these very hard things, like such as reading books and sitting through 20 to 60 minutes of meditation and all that, but it's actually to give you a real, like, actionable step that you can take to actually get to the point where you're reading books and just having a very solid routine every single day, being very disciplined. So remember when I said that we can't rely on motivation to do the hard things? Well, that's because motivation is a sort of a power-up. It gives you like a sort of a strength or a health or a resistance boost temporarily, but after that's gone, you just become very weak and all that. So why is it that you're trying to use motivation as a sort of this crutch to do the hard things? As soon as it ends, you're just gonna get bitch slapped by the level 100 boss, by the level 100 tasks. So what we need to do is take a step back and think intelligently through this. So we know that in a game we need to start killing the level 1, then level 2, and then level 3, the mobs until we get to level 100. So we're gonna do the same in real life. I want you to think of the most humiliatingly, like, easy or most humble tasks that you can start doing. It will be so goddamn easy that your ego will say, nah, I'm too good for this. Let's do something harder. Let's do like 100 push-ups every single day. A very important note here is to not let your ego get in the way. You are in control of your decisions, not your ego. So what I'm going to suggest now is to do something so stupidly easy that your ego will just flash some alerts or whatever sort of mechanisms you have in your brain, and it will try to stop you from doing that. So the easy task I have for you to take an actual step right now is to go wash your dishes. If you go by your sink and you see like a pile of dishes, or you see just one plate or one fork or whatever, I want you to wash them immediately. And from now on, every single time you pass by that sink, I want you to wash every single thing until it's empty. Your ego may tell something like, oh, well, this is too easy. I have something more important to focus on. I have that one project I need to focus on. I'm gonna hit a workout now, blah, 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 blah. This is all bullshit. Unless you're gonna cure cancer right now, you have no other reason to not wash those dishes. After all, it's gonna take just like, what, 20 seconds? But the important thing to note here is not the time you spent washing those dishes, not the time you wasted washing those dishes. It's more about the XP on your discipline attribute that you gained. So you gained 1 XP, 2 XP, 3 XP just by washing the dishes. If you try to constantly kill the level 100 boss when you're level 1, you're gonna get 0 EXP. So why are you trying to read books? Why are you trying to read podcasts? No. Why are you trying to like listen to podcasts? Holy fuck, it's not even focusing. So why are you trying to read all that when you can't even do like the most basic baseline stuff? So this is very crucial to do. You gotta start doing the very simple things. It will seem so easy that your mind will try to like pull out a trick on you and say, oh no, this is more important to do. Like reading books is more important. Watching this podcast is more important. And scrolling on Instagram is more important. the important thing here is not that we're trying to look for more important things to do at the moment. It's to build the XP, the foundations that will allow you to then kill the level 100 bosses. So the harder a task feels like, the more EXP you will naturally obtain from it. But unless you're able to just finish the tasks and actually kill the mob, you're not going to get any XP from it. Instead, you will just waste your time. So one thing you can do to amplify your EXP multiplier just by washing dishes is every single time that there's an excuse in your mind going, oh, well, I have something more important to do, or I'll just leave it for later, immediately go wash the dishes. The same with your bed. If you say, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, then I'm gonna this, that, and then I'm gonna do the bed. No, you shut your mind off, you do the bed immediately. It's gonna take like what, 1 minute? Not even that. But once again, the most important thing here is not the time you spend doing the task, is how much resistance your mind is trying to do and how you act accordingly. So if your mind built up all this resistance around washing the dishes, it's making all of these excuses like I'll wash them later, have something more important to do, blah 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 blah. That's a lot of resistance. And if you don't like wash the dishes, that's going to be a victory for your ego. That's going to be a victory for your lazy self. Whereas if you just shut that thing off and wash the dishes, you gain a lot of XP because it requires a certain degree of discipline to go against your mind, so your resistance. So the whole point of this is not to teach you some sort of like millionaire hacks or fuck whatever habits some gurus try to label that will give you like $10,000 a month, but this is actually to just develop your discipline so you can start doing more valuable tasks, so you can spend your time more wisely, so you don't procrastinate, so you don't just, you don't essentially just waste your life. So that was about it. If you can really apply this actionable step, then honestly, I don't even know what the fuck you're doing here. Just bombarding your dopamine with another story. You're just waiting to one day, like hopefully God knows He's gonna send a ray and make you wake up with discipline. That's not gonna happen. You have to take these very simple steps, very stupidly easy steps that your ego will try to just pull you away from it. You have to do them, otherwise you're not gonna become disciplined. This is how you become disciplined. I hope it helped, and stay hard, bro.